Basically just fishing in the final boss, though. Basically is just fishing in the final boss. I gotcha. Hello, hello, Cam. How's it going today? Are you hyped for pinball as much as I am to play a bunch of pinball? Here in, like, a week and a few days? It's gonna be crazy. Are you also hyped for this?
Ow! That hurt!
But yeah, and Cam with the Prime resub here. I greatly appreciate the 17-month resub. That is one heck of a long time here. I know that you can only use the Prime sub in one place each month. I appreciate you using it here for 17 months and all that stuff. Is there knowledge I can get here? Even... Welcome back to Team Enter Modding. All the crap I usually say. I greatly appreciate it. A cust for love. Yeah, look, there is stuff to do here. We're just talking about, like, open world and linear games, and how open world games like this often have a lot of padding to extend their runtime. Just like this is right now, because I can't progress the storyline until I do... Wait. Do I need knowledge for this? Because I completed one of the knowledge doors, and it didn't put me at one of 3 here. Are these, like, independent of it, and I actually don't need knowledge? Well, it's still requiring you to go around collecting all the things there. All the Keeper's Insights is still pretty much padding. Like, the spicy Keeper's Insight skills, I feel like should be optional content that you get if you do want to explore around and get, like, spicy upgrades to your skills. Not be mandatory to beat the DLC either way. Maybe, but maybe this isn't as padded as I thought. I don't know. I'm here now, so I'll do this one. But then I'll see if maybe I can find the Keeper's Insight stores, and we'll see if they need knowledge to get past. Or if they don't. I don't know. I don't know. But this stream has turned into, like, one big tangent about, like, linear and open world. And honestly, I want to start playing more linear games. Like, I was so hyped at finding out Final Fantasy 16 was linear. I want to play more linear games around here. I'm so tired of this open world padding crap. I'm so tired of, like, the Persona padding crap, where it's, like, limited time slots, so you feel obligated to use them all effectively, and things take forever, and I know Persona wants you to take your time, but, like, I don't have the time to take my time. I want to play more linear things of just start to finish. Not that much time. There's more games I'd like to start playing around here in the near future. And Assassin's Creed Valhalla is definitely not going to help on that front. Why am I grabbing this? I only need this stupid knowledge. Wait, I got prototype count. Reduces all cooldowns by 10% on perfect dodge. Oh, that actually sounds really good. All cooldowns? So I can even recharge my Healy thing faster when I'm in a pinch? That actually sounds pretty good. Do I still have the, Underworld thing on one of these? This is less cooldown for Hero Strike on successful parry. It's that specifically. I could replace that. And that's good to hear, Guzma. Very glad to hear that. Yeah, that one I very much like that. Yeah, while in Tartar's Rifts, I could take that off. Is what I could do. I can pass through the Tartar's Veil. Yeah. I could take off one of those and put on the recharge all cooldowns when I have perfect dodge, because I'm getting perfect dodges all the time. And then when I'm in a bind and it's like I really need my health thing to recharge right now, then it'll actually start recharging right now a little bit faster. They're super weak. Bought some flowers and a card on the ride up. That's nice. Sure, he appreciated that. Come on, man. Well, and peppers helps kill her sinuses a lot? Oh, interesting. Also, I know that it's towards the end of October, but I don't know if I think about peppers. I don't know if I mentioned to you that one of your cayenne pepper plants, like from one of the seeds that you brought me here, is still alive. Like, pretty much everything that was growing outside has, like, been killed by the frost or... Whoa. At this point, since it's late in the season, the cold's coming in. So, the only things that are still alive are things that I, like, specifically brought inside that were in pots. And I didn't have any of my 2 cayenne pepper plants in pots. I had them planted outside. And they made a few cayenne peppers, but they never did, like, super well. Like, I think I put them in an area that was basically, like, a wind tunnel with a back alley, and the wind kind of destroyed them, and they were struggling. So, there was this one that basically only made, like, one pepper, and then it seemed like it dried up at the top, and it was dying, and I was, like, really worried about it. And then, right as I was getting things pulled out of the ground for the end of the season, and put in the green bin, whoa! To turn into compost and stuff like that, I noticed that that cayenne pepper plant that I thought was dead was actually regrowing from the base. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna try and save this. So I dug it up and I put it in a pot, and now it's in the other room there under a grow light every day. And it's been regrowing despite the entire top half of it looking like dried and dead. The whole bottom half has been regrowing, and it's got flower buds now. So I might get indoor cayenne peppers from this plant here. So, yeah, there's that. It's just this tiny little thing that looks completely dead at the top, but regrowing from the base and making branches, and it's getting ready to flower. So, yeah, there's that. Yeah, because your sinuses weren't doing too great from the mold in your room. Cayenne peppers have really helped. Interesting. And welcome back. Welcome back, Reggie Bump. Let's see here, let's do this. Jalapeno peppers just ate a bunch and swallowed it down with a shit ton of water. Nice, honestly not something I would have expected. I can also grab it here too. Why did you not finish Xenoblade X for the channel anyways? What do you mean? I did. Did finish it. Yoink. Finished that one a while back. Yoink yoink. Many thingamabobs. And yoink. Loot treasure. Yeah, well, Okra 2, I heard something about that recently too. I need to figure out things to do with it. I have Okra literally right here. I've waited a little bit too long on this one. It starts splitting open, so maybe I can only use it for seed at this point. And there's this one. Like, maybe I can put it in, like, a stew or something like that to thicken it. At that point is maybe something I can still use. But yeah, I could use these. Like, my okra plants here, like, in the garden have been pulled up because, like, end of the season. But the one on my desk at work is still alive, and I harvested these off of it last week after, like, postponing stuff so long that they're probably pretty decently overripe. Nope. I got through Xenoblade Chronicles X. I just did a new playthrough years later. So I never finished, like, my 2018 file. But years later, my, later file was at 2021, 2020, whatever it was. Might have been early 2022 before Xenoblade 3 came out. Is what it might have been. Something like that. I did a new playthrough and saw that one through to the end, along with a lot of side content as well. Is what I did. But yeah. Know how to fry it the right way? Yeah, but I only have 2 stalks. There's like barely anything. There's not much point in doing that, so maybe I'll just add it to like something else, like mix it in, is what I think I'll do. But here, it's been a while since I've shown a plant on stream. Let me show you my my cayenne pepper plant really quickly. Take off my dragon from there, and I'll put it here. It's been a hot second since I've gamed with a plant. Help inspire it to grow like nice and big and strong. I'll be back in like 12 seconds. I'm gonna pause this then. Now check out this plant. Look at this little guy. Yeah, way hotter than jalapenos. Orders of magnitude hotter, apparently. Yeah, and I meant to seed them more. Like, I only got the chance to get, like, a few seeds from my previous cayenne pepper plant. Or plants, I should say. Because I didn't think about, like, seeding them in time. But I did get, like, a few seeds right at the end. I'm getting dirt on my lap now. But with this, I'll also be able to get, like, more seeds. Is the case. More, Louisiana cayenne pepper seeds. So, this is the cayenne pepper plant. It says beauty because there was once a beauty hascap in here. And then, like, this that I just found around the laundry room and shoved in there. So you can see how originally, I guess with, like, the wind tunnel and stuff, it really struggled outside. And so this whole top half is, like, all dried and dead looking. And I'd basically given up on this plant. I thought, like, well, that basically bit the dust. Like, it didn't really do that well. That's really unfortunate there. And then, as I was digging stuff up from the garden, I saw, like, the little bits of growth out of the bottom, and I was like, huh, does this have a chance at surviving? So, Instead of throwing it out at the end of the season, I decided to dig it out, put it in a pot, continue to raise it inside, give it like more prolonged care, and now look at it. And going from like a pretty half-dead looking stick, it's like more green than it is barren now at this point. And it's got like little flower buds in places. You can see some of them hanging down around in different places here. Wow. So, yeah, and maybe I'll get some peppers off of this yet, is the case. And yeah, I could, but like it's not like there's any nutrients going there anyway. I think that's kind of a fun visual thing to see how, like, yeah, this is the way that once was, but this is the way that is now. Like, I could do that at some point. Just trim that off, but yeah, put that there. Got a little bit of dirt on my lap. Can't really see it past the microphone here, but let's game with my pepper plant and see if that inspires it to keep on growing big and strong. So this plant is like, I would have germinated it probably like end of January. So this plant is probably already about like 9 or 10 months old. But it's getting its second go of things. Yeah, and I've pruned my lime trees for like dead parts a little bit. And I could do that here. But like, I just thought that it was kind of novel and interesting. Being like, yeah, look how this whole thing was basically like half dead at one point, but it's coming back. I'm giving it like the time and care that it needs to make a comeback. So previously, this plant I think only produced like 1 pepper and that was it. My other one I got a few off of, but that was it. And neither of them grew into like big, nice, beautiful pepper plants. Like, I think that they were in a little bit of a bad area for that. But maybe indoors, giving this a second chance, maybe I'll get some cayenne peppers this winter, some Louisiana cayenne peppers inside from the plant that I thought had bitten the dust partway through the season, but is now ready for round 2. It's ready to try again. I was hoping to see some good place to kick you off. Wow, that actually did a lot of damage. So, I mean, like, here, charge up my adrenaline stuff. The recipe that Chef gave you recently is basically a spice mix, and called for about a pound of each spice, of how many different spices. It was supposed to yield about 14 pounds, and a pound of cayenne pepper was on it. I thought to yourself, no way, it's calling for that much cayenne peppers. Yeah, a pound? Oh my god, sounds like a lot. Screw it, I'm just finishing this. Turns out you were right, it was a typo, basically a couple teaspoons of cayenne peppers. Yeah, because cayennes are really, really hot. But the dry spice of cayenne. Yeah, so grinding it up. And that's apparently the more common use of cayenne is like little ground up trace amounts of it that you use in a spice, not like the entire pepper itself because of how hot they are. Is the case. But yeah, it's trying to regrow here. It's going for round 2. So yeah, I've got some, you want 2 pounds? Lair from Dia Preppies. I've fashioned the devices as crowns so that each ruler of the 3 sister realms could use them to control others. Persephone? Oh, that's how it's spelled. I was wrong about there being an I in it. Sorry, I lied to you earlier this stream, Guzma. Hades and Father will be unstoppable. That's how Persephone is spelled. And die if you ingested 2 pounds of cayenne pepper. Unless you have like the most crazy tolerance ever. But yeah, that does sound like it would be extremely brutal. Very much what it sounds like. But yeah, we'll see here. So I might well be getting some indoor cayenne peppers. My current indoor plants that I brought in for this season are this cayenne pepper, a purple hell tomato it's called, and an amber pearl. Those are the 3 things that I brought in that were in pots for the season. Well, this one that I put into a pot that I dug up from the ground and put in a pot to give a second chance. And it only has a little pot because, like, I figured, like, its root system wouldn't be that crazy, and it wasn't. I see how it could be read as that. Might as well get this while I'm here. The last thing. But why not? Alright. Can I just go get the stupid Keeper's Insights? Oh, and it says that I can also get knowledge from Keeper's Insights as well. Huh. Okay, so let's see here. Find and retrieve the Keeper's Insights in the outskirts of Porimo's Ring. Okay, was that like this that I went into before? Because there's 3 question marks on the outside. Around southwest of the Insight of War, southeast of the Insight of Blessings, North of the inside of the Titan. I don't know what these are. But, like, I need to collect 3 things on the outskirts of the ring, and I see 3 things on the outskirts of these rings. That looks like probably an insight thing, that screenshot that someone took. So, like, can't tell me what to do, nor not do. Better add that 5 pounds of cayenne pepper, if you can find a way to source that. Jalapeno and cayenne peppers also help stimulate the immune system, too. Really? Interesting. Well, I'll definitely have to try some here when I get more of a chance for trying more. Because, yeah, I didn't really get a whole lot of produce off of these when I think I planted them in a bad area with, like, a wind tunnel that would destroy a lot of their growth. So if I plant cayenne peppers outside next year, I'm going to plant them in a different area where they're more sheltered. Probably plant them in the same area I planted my main tomato plants this year. So I think I would do them in a bit of a safer spot. Or who knows, maybe indoor cayennes will be the way to go here. Who even knows? Whee! Well, that was a little bit of a delayed sound effect there for some reason. I'm actually going to press the right boost button from the get-go this time. Just watch me. Well, but I won't press the right take command button from the get-go. This time. Whee! Heartburn. That was like something Homer Simpson would say. Alright, yeah. Dismount. I'm going to quick save in front of this one. Learn my mistake after last time. Do I need so much knowledge to enter here? Is it one of those things? I do, but I do have enough. Okay, yeah, and I can get more knowledge here. There's a captain to kill, so I'm actually getting rid of this torch. Change my mind immediately. Let's not die. And I should have used my eagle just outside, but I'm too lazy to turn around now, so... Let's see here. I'm gonna go get the knowledge. I'm gonna get so smart. It's like when I'm raising my academics points in Persona. Yeah, this looks kind of like what the other one looked like-ish. I think. Oh no, it was so long ago. It's like it was earlier, this very stream. Yeah, it looks exactly the same. And yoink. Look at this knowledge. Those guys definitely don't see me. Knowledge. Huh?
Someone messing with me?
Because it's part of the Assassin's Creed lore, where it's like, this was made by the Isu, which is a race of not humans, that made the humans, like, for the purpose of enslaving them, and did that, like, before a solar flare came and killed all the Isu, but all their technology was, like, super futuristic and amazing and stuff like that. So, like, all the artifacts, all the MacGuffins of Assassin's Creed, like the Apple of Eden, for example, like the many apples of Eden, for example, are all Isu artifacts. It was made by them. And I don't know what... Yeah, basically like that. Except, like, the Isu aren't around anymore. Although there is Isu here, and, like, part of them upload their consciousnesses into, different things to exist. And I don't actually know if this is real, because this DLC saw me meeting with, like, an Isu in hologram form that, like, preserved her consciousness into the future. And she's like, yep, if you wanna do stuff with Atlantis, you gotta do the stuff that I'm saying. So then we end up going to Atlantis, like the sealed away Atlantis in the present day of the game. And then we go into this room with, like, multiple thrones. And then she's like, I've created trials for you to overcome. And you have to overcome these trials and learn more about this magic bullshit stuff that you have along the way. And then you'll be able to, like, truly do... I don't even remember what it is I'm doing anymore, I'm gonna be honest with you. But I had to go clear her trials. And then she first sent me into Elysium, which is, like, the positive afterlife of Greek mythology. And then I was sent down to the underworld, the negative afterlife of Greek mythology. And then after Hades, like, got all pissed at me and fought me, his brother Poseidon yoinked me and brought me to Atlantis here. So I don't even know if this counts as an afterlife anymore, because I went from the positive afterlife to the negative afterlife to I'm now in Atlantis. So I don't know if this is supposed to count as, like, an afterlife or what it is, but there's both, like, humans and Isu together. And I don't even know if any of this is real, because the Isu hologram lady at the beginning is like, I designed these trials for you to overcome, yada yada. Which seems to imply that this wouldn't be real. Like, maybe I'll find out at the end of the DLC if any of this was, like, real. Because it seems to incorporate actual Assassin's Creed lore. of like Isu and humans and all that, at least with Atlantis specifically here. I guess there was Isu in Elysium as well. I don't know if there was Isu in the Underworld or not. So I don't even know if any of this is real. I'm just playing through stuff. I went to Elysium, and the person in charge there, Persephone, was like, yep, I'm not going to teach you about your staff, and I'm also never going to let you leave. And then you piss her off, and then she sends you to the Underworld to die. And then you don't die because you defeat Cerberus, and then Hades is like, what the hell, dude? You killed Cerberus, now you've messed everything up. You're going to do jobs for me now. And then Cassandra's like, well, I guess I will if you teach me about this staff, because that's what I'm going around these areas to learn about. And then Hades is like, well, you did all these jobs for me, but I'm not teaching you about that staff, and also you're not leaving. You're gonna take over Cerberus's role of being like a gatekeeper because I said so. And then you fight Hades as a boss and beat him up, and then Poseidon comes and yoinks you and takes you to Atlantis here. And then Poseidon's like, yeah, sorry that you had to go through all that bullshit. Hey, I think you're gonna be like the new second in charge here in Atlantis. You're gonna be like a special head honcho that gives out all the orders. I have a bunch of odd jobs for you to do around Atlantis now, so go around doing those. This is gonna be your new home now. I hope you like Atlantis. And that's been this whole DLC story so far. And I'm just like genuinely so confused at this point. IAOP cycle 52031. There's like all this lore and stuff that I haven't been paying a lot of attention to. Report from the genetic splicing facility. Cycle 5203. Oh my god. So I don't know if this is real, if this is like in the past, or what the heck is going on here. But I'm very slowly progressing stuff, probably. I don't know. Really? Oh my god. Just play it safe. Here. I was gonna kick him off because it's funny, but I want adrenaline for future encounters because, yikes. There's no way he lives this, but if he does, I'm kicking him off. Alright, he doesn't live it. Yoink. But yeah. Rule Atlantis. Yeah, that's what I should be trying to do here. Or like Lenegus, the man-made moon from Arise, where the rest of the Renans live. Yeah, that's basically what this is, except I don't know whether it's real or not. Every time I say Hades, keep thinking of Hades from the movie Hercules, or the hit game Kingdom Hearts, not the hit game Hades. All three games actually gonna be in Kingdom Hearts 4 too, apparently. I wouldn't be surprised. This is just a convoluted, but also kind of stupid plot. Convoluted, I assume that's supposed to say there. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Like, I was able to relatively follow the main plot line of the main game, like all the little intricacies and stuff. I wouldn't be able to tell you at this point, honestly, but like the main plot line of go reunite your family, and like your brother's been turned against you by the cult that's all evil and wants to control things. The whole go around collecting artifacts to seal away Atlantis at the behest of your dad Pythagoras. What was the last one? I think the last one was just the plot line of go kill the cult because they're evil. Like, that's basic. I can get that. I can get behind that. Am I peaking? I've been noticing, like, some poor audio quality when I look back at some streams lately. And I'm looking over at OBS, I'm seeing myself getting in the red, which implies that I'm peaking. Wonder if that would explain my more raspy-sounding voice at times when I'm in the red like this. I wonder if I should turn that down, but then I'd have to turn the game down as well. I don't know. Sorry, things are gonna get a little quieter. You seem fine. I'll do some tests between sessions or something like that. So I've noticed that with some streams where it's like, no, my voice sounds like more awful to listen to than I remember it being. Like, this normal talking is fine. But if I start going like this, then I get into the red where I worry that I'm peaking, and then it's gonna sound weird. But yeah, anyway, the basic stuff of the main storyline I could get behind. At this point, I don't know what the hell is going on anymore. And then, like, the first DLC, Legacy of the First Blade, I could get, like, the general premise there. But I played it, like, all in one go, bum rushing through it at Fragapalooza when I was already tired. So I feel like I don't really understand the intricacies of that. Like, I get what it was going towards of, like, yep, passing on the torch to, like, the next generation and all that, now that our main character has a kid that's been sent out to be raised by your old granddad and stuff like that. This is what it led up to. But the intricacies, I wouldn't really know that much at this point. Even at the time. Like, how much did I get of it? What was the villain's motivation in that one? I don't even remember at this point. And, like, with this storyline, it's like, I'm following what's happening. Does it make sense to me, though? I don't know. Yeah, let's see here. I believe that... Is that from Oblivion or Skyrim? That's a good question. I think that that one's from Skyrim. But yeah. Thought the cutting out bits was on your end. Pausing now and then for a short second. Okay, but that's not in, like, the audio? I'm not... As long as I'm not peeking. Test subjects fail to metabolize genetic modifiers through nutrients. Test subjects lost rehabilitation or replacement to proceed. Test subjects responding well to certain DNA combinations. Test subjects hostile. Security system compromised. One subject missing. Genetic splicing facility terminated on the orders of Discustus Basilius. Yeah, I think that's the role that I'm in, is Discustus or whatever the heck. All records to be destroyed. I have 25 unspent ability points game, which I guess is at least... Is from both? Okay. This stop you violate the law. Pay the court a fine or serve your sentence. Your stolen goods are now forfeit. Oh, I got the ingots. Adamant ingots. Adamant is the precious metal at the core of every piece of Eden. Oh, interesting. In the form of ingots, these refined bars can be used in the Forge of Atlantis to create legendary weapons. Several adamant ingots are kept under high security in Altane archives. Wait, so that's a material that they make pieces of Eden out of? Like, that's lore that I can understand immediately and be like, whoa, that's connected to something I'm familiar with. So if I'm going and forging special weapons, I'm basically forging pieces of Eden, because this is what pieces of Eden are made out of? Is that what the game is implying, and that's why they'd be, like, super powerful? Maybe I should, forge one of those. Might be kind of cool. Keeper's Insight, and there's a captain somewhere to kill. I don't know where the heck this dude is. Here's a Keeper's Insight, I guess. Unlock some new form of ability. Is it possible to do multiplayer with Oblivion? I don't think so. Like, I'm sure that there might be a possible mod that someone's made. Wrath of Ares. And this is, but by default, I don't believe so. That's the... Hold on. That's this. So, by default, it's the one where a sudden shock blasts stuns surrounding enemies within 3 meters and deals that, and be more as I upgrade it. But the enhanced version, Wrath of Ares. Use the Wrath of Ares to smash your spear into the ground, slowing all enemies in a 5-meter radius. After 14 seconds, slowed enemies are dealt 250% warrior damage and 50% more damage for each additional enemy inside the area. Interesting, but I don't know what I'd replace it with. What's this thing that I have right now? Chronos Time Shift that I keep on not using. I don't really need to have that on. I could try putting this on. I have lots of points. So, I mean... Wait. Enhance. And then I may as well just put that on there. Sure. Let's try that out. Also, with 22 points... That's gonna be... 3, 6, 9, 12... 15, 18... 21. I can almost get everything. Like, there's these things that, I'm not really doing this. I mostly got to get that. Still don't know how to use this thing, but I guess I'll get it. Oh, I never did this. I'm never really doing it anyway. Well, whatever. Give me that. So I'll use some of these stupid points. I'm basically not really using Predator Shot, but hey. Travels farther. Special arrows can be used. Sure. Sure. Whatever. Is there anything that I actually use that could use upgrading? There doesn't seem like. When you have conflict, become as invisible as a shadow. Any movement will cause exposure. Adrenaline's quickly consumed over time. Yeah, I keep on forgetting I have this. Stealth movement will not cause exposure by attacking or colliding with the target will. I may as well upgrade the thing in my kit. Stealth movement or aiming with a bow will not cause exposure by attacking or colliding with the target will. Adrenaline is consumed slowly over time. Sure, I don't know. Yeah, that. I don't know. I don't know. Sure, still 15 ability points. If I see this captain, I may as well kill him while I'm here. You've committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you? Captain gonna be over here. That's probably the captain over there. But yeah, that would be a game you would be 100% down for playing just for funnies with you. If, like, a double player game, you mean, with Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I know that it's, like, super memeable and stuff. to see each other get stuck from NPCs and called "Stop, you violated the law." Yeah, it's this guy. I feel like I've seen a lot of these practices. Seen that name in so many Pokemon fan games? I've seen that in a video game that I've made. It was the name of a video game I made, as a matter of fact. In university. I just need to kill this guy, and then I can peace out Girl Scout. So I don't need to kill that statue that just woke up or anything. But yeah. Forgot you had a second channel with OST from a Pokemon fan game, and that reminded you there? Alright, I can probably... Whoops. Get more damage this way anyway. Just because of the chaining back and forth. Oh, never mind. Here, just for safety, to make sure that I'm getting through. Killing you just fine. Here. Just for a little bit of extra safety here. Okay, yoink, his stuff. Well, I'm pressing the wrong button to lose targeting. Just so that this guy doesn't kill me. Alright, I'm out of here, see ya. Also, I'm a Simpson now. Stay away from me. Wait. So I put that down and you try to go through, will you just be like in slow-mo? And it'll suck for you? Yeah, you are. I may as well charge up my adrenaline off of you. Like this, just for future battles. Oh jeez, that's a lot of views. Almost 3 million views combined. I completely forgot about this. Amazing. Whoa. Oh, you're doing an arrow, not your laser? I didn't even realize those guys could do arrows. I thought they just did their lasers. Oh, whatever. Yeah, I pulled out a bow. Maybe I never realized or thought that much about before. Jeez. Well, time to start raking in the sweet YouTube bucks. Your original channel before Guzma. Oh, interesting. Alright, well, I have one. So I assume they're all from around here. Right? Is the case. That is surely the case.